Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm ready with yet another update, not just on TR to PR, but also on CEC at the same time, few outland cases and French category. But before that, I would like to share a little more with you guys. Some of you are actually getting rejection letter too, and the reason being is that you might have put your application under French stream, or there could be many reasons. Now, this is one of the rejection letter format what I have got hold of. So this applicant actually got the rejection from IRCC, and this was last week case only. I'll just read it for you in case if you're not been able to read it. So this says that this refers to the application for permanent residence you made under temporary public policy TR to PR pathway, workers in Canada stream A, and this is for healthcare. So the assessment of your application for permanent residence has been completed and it has been determined that you do not meet the eligibility requirement of this public policy. Applicants in the TR to PR pathway are assessed based on the following selection criteria. The foreign national must have accumulated at least 1 year of full-time work experience. Now, this is just to resolve the confusion of many of you might have. So, or the equivalent in part-time experience, that's 1,560 hours in Canada, in an eligibility occupation listed in Annexure A or Annexure B in the last 3 years preceding the date when the application for permanent residence is received. The 1 year of work experience must be obtained in one or more of the eligibility occupation as follows. So now the applicant actually has tried to apply under stream A, that's healthcare. So the paucity or the requirement which he was not able to fulfill was that stream A, the 1 year of work experience must have been acquired in one or more occupation listed in Annexure A. Experience cannot be combined with the Annexure B occupation, which means if you have submitted the application under stream A, that's healthcare, you cannot combine both healthcare and non-healthcare. However, if you have applied under non-healthcare, bit of your experience from healthcare industry will be counted in it. So this is how it works. Secondly, be employed in Canada in any occupation at the time the application for permanent residence is received. Thirdly, the employment described in both A and B must meet the definition of work under subsection, and must be authorized in pursuant to acts and all. And also it says have attained a level of proficiency of at least benchmark 4 in either official language for each of your four language skills. And another one is he need to reside in Canada with valid temporary resident status and be physically present in Canada at the time of application for permanent residence. So if you could pull out the information from CIC website, you should be able to see that. So this is how exactly the rejection letter looks like. Now let's move on to one more update here. Now this actually applicant got two requisition from IRCC. The first was made on October 1st, where the IRCC actually requested him that a separate and newly completed Schedule A background declaration form 5669 bearing an original signature with updated personal address and travel history since the age of 18 with no gaps in addresses or activities. Ensure that you provide personal history from when you turn 18 years old, including from May 2015 till October 2016, because that information was missing, and this is exactly how it looks like. So missing information on previously submitted Schedule A. This must be received at this office by by October the 8th, 2021, which is today. Now, the requested information and document must be received within 7 days from the date of this letter. And this is the one letter actually. And within a week's time, or rather I would say within 5 days time period, he has received another letter from IRCC. That's on October 7th. Same, a separate and newly completed Schedule A background declaration form. So this applicant was of course in dilemma and got panicked also, but he doesn't need to worry about that. I mean, had it been your case, you don't need to worry about. Sometimes there is a technical glitch. All you have to do is just submit your documents within 7 days time period. However, we we would have considered as a technical glitch. But if you see that, this must be received at this office by October 14, 2021. So earlier they were asking it's October 8th, and now October 14th. So I believe that you don't have to panic under this situation. Just submit your document via my CIC account or the instructions they have given you. You can just link your application to online, or you can also submit it through web form. But it's always advisable to follow the instructions given on the letter sent by the IRCC. Moving on to our timeline. This is for international graduate with outland spouse Kapil. That's the applicant name. Now Kapil has applied on May 6th at 12:56 p.m. and spouse was actually in India. BIL was requested for dependent on October 5th. So application was linked again on October 5th. He got the request for police clearance certificate for both of them, like principal applicant and spouse. That actually came on the very same day on October 5th. So there were a lot of things actually happened on the very same day, and they submitted it for both of them. And there was also an IELTS request for the main applicant. I'm assuming that he must have submitted the screenshot. So IRCC must be asking for the TRF for IELTS on October 5th. And now he got the medicals, that's for principal applicant and for spouse on October 5th. Now there's no AOR has been received. Also, for your clarification, principal applicant did not mention his refusal of visa. So he forgot to mention the previous visa refusal. So that would not bother your case. Don't need to worry about. Another timeline is for essential worker stream. So this applicant has applied under May 6th at 9:16 a.m. Pacific time. So he's received the AOR on June 22nd. ADR for PCC was received and the medicals were passed on July 9th. BIL was received on September 8th. And there was a portal request with credentials on October 5th. The very same day he submitted it. Within 3 days time period, he has received the ECOPR. Now he also forgot to mention his previous refusal, like the study permit or work permit, whatsoever the refusal was there. He forgot to mention that. In case if you are at this stage, I would recommend please wait for IRCC to get back to you, or you can also update that information on your own through web form. It will not do any harm to your application, only after the receipt of your AOR or ADR. Okay. Another timeline is for CEC. So this person, I'm going to continue with the CEC and French category. This is a one case actually. So I'll tell you what exactly has happened. He has got the ITA under CEC. That was on May 31st. And he submitted the application and received the AOR on the very same day. That's June 18th. And then he also got the refund for the biometric because he has already paid for for TR to PR pathway, which means this applicant has applied under two categories. The one is on CEC and the another one was TR to PR. And I'm sure that a lot of you must have done that. You must have applied under dual citizenships there, like a dual program rather, I would say. And then he got the request for resident proof, like RPF receipt. And then he paid and submitted the receipt and got the acknowledgement also the very same day. Then the portal request was again received on September 28th. So if you see that things are moving so fast under CEC after receiving the AOR, and especially after getting the acknowledgement here, he got the portal credentials request on September 29th, and then the ECOPR on October 1st. Now he got just wanted to let you know that he got the ITA under CEC, not for the very first time actually. He was declined twice, so kudos to him. He was declined 2 times and then decided to give it for the third time. Now this is the same applicant who actually applied under French stream, and he linked up his application on July 15th, got the BIL, that biometric instruction letter, on July 15th itself. The very same day the medicals were passed, and the next day he got the AOR. Now biometric was also done And that's how he got the refund also under CEC category. Now then, no update until application withdrawn by IRCC on September 28th. Reason another application for CEC got approved and refund was processed. That was right for permanent resident fee. That's what it says. Now, just for your record, in case of IRCC has already started assessing your application, you're not supposed to get or you're not authorized to get the refund of your visa processing fee. It has always been non-refundable, and in case if you would like to go for a refund request, you will be authorized to get only right of permanent resident fee. That's called RPRF. All right, moving on to another timeline is for international graduate with outland dependent. Now, this applicant has applied on May 6th at 1:36 Atlantic Standard Time. BIL was received on August 17th, and the very next day he got the AOR. There was a request for PCC that was again uploaded the very same day on August 19th. And he has got the ADR on September 21st for graduation letter and IMM 5669. IRCC PR confirmation portal was received on October 5th. That was 3 days ago. And then new credentials for PR confirmation portal update. He kind of updated the mailing address and photographs. That was 2 days ago, October 6th. And then he got the PPR that was for outland dependent yesterday. And now today itself, he got the COPR. All right, another timeline is for international graduate. Now, this person has applied on May 6th at 12:36 p.m. Eastern Time. He has received the AOR on August 19, and he was able to link up his application within 6 days after receiving the AOR. That's August 25th, and PCC was submitted the very same day, and he's received the confirmation also. And then the biometric was done on August 23rd, and then medicals were passed on August 27th itself. Now, there was a ADR, there's a document requisition was done for, IRCC has asked him on September 21st for IMM 5406, and he submitted on September 22nd, and he also got the confirmation the next day. So there was no ghost update. And this seems to be pretty quick if you see here that on he received the PR confirmation portal on October 6th. He replied the very same day, got the credential very next day. That's October 7th, and he's uploaded the photograph and verified other details in PR portal on the same day. And that's how he's got the ECOPR on October 8th at 3:17. That's today actually in the afternoon, 3:17 p.m. All right, so another timeline is for again international graduate. He has submitted the application on May 6th at 12:39 p.m. Eastern Time. He's received the AOR on August 23rd, and there was a request for IELTS and PCC that was made on the very same day when he received the AOR. So basically, he got the acknowledgement of receipt with additional document requisition, and the very next day he passed the medicals and submitted the pay stubs through web form. That was on August 26th. Now, if you see, there was another ADR for IMM 5669 and 564 form was received on September 23rd. Immediately, like if you see with effect, like if you see the difference, first ADR was made on August 23rd, and the second ADR was made on September 23rd. He got two ghost updates, October 3rd and 4th, and portal request was made on October 5th, and there was a credentials and ECOPR both was done on October 6th at 8:06 p.m. Now, just to let you know that fee receipt submission was actually wrong. So that is the reason he called up IRCC agent and updated the fee receipt number also, after which he was able to get AOR the very next day. And personal history again was missing, and parents' detail was also missing, and that's the reason the second ADR was made, which means that IRCC visa officer evaluate your application and would assess in case if any document is missing or if it's not going in sync with your application. Definitely he or she will get back to you and would clarify that. And once you satisfy them, in terms of documents, you try to fulfill that within 7 days time period or 30 days time period, whatever the timeline they have given to you, you should be good to go. Now, there are circumstances where you will not be able to update the information or you will not be able to fulfill the requirement within that time period. I would always recommend you to please submit all the supporting documents whatsoever you can, This usually happen in case if you are applying for police clearance certificate, from countries like China or from any other country, because these are the cases I just got hold of. So yeah, submit the supporting documents and should be good to go. Moving on to another timeline is for international graduate again. So this applicant has applied on May 6th at 12:32 p.m. Eastern Time. He's linked up his application on August 9th, and medicals were passed. Biometrics were done in 2020 itself. He got the PCC from Canada and both from back home. And he raised the web form to give his graduation letter, work permit, and resubmitted IMM 5669 form, especially to declare his study permit refusal on August 10th. And 2 days later, he has received the AOR via email. He got the ghost update on September 23rd. You can just imagine, like almost a month later, he got the ghost update, and then he got the portal request and replied right away and got the credentials after 10 minutes. He's uploaded the photograph and address, and he just got the ECOPR on September 29, 2 days after doing that. All right, this is the last timeline for Vishal. He has applied under international graduate. He's applied on May 6th at 11:31 a.m. I'm sure it's not a Eastern time zone. Looks like it could be a mountain time zone or a central time zone, or it could be Pacific time zone. He's got the biometrics September 7th, and he's been able to link up the application on the very same day on September 7th. And then he submitted the PCC. That was on September 7th itself, and got the receipt of AOR immediately 1 day later once he was able to link up his application. So that's again a good sign if you're able to link up your application. Anything or good news is in process or on its way. Biometric was received on September 14th, and he's got 3 ghost updates. That was on 21st, 25th, and 27th. And then he got the portal request on September 29th, and that's how he's been able to get the COPR request. COPR was received on October 6th. That was 2 days ago. So this is all. For those who would like to have more queries, you can always drop down your queries under community, and I would also recommend you, if you could share your case by going to community, just share your timeline. I would be happy to share with larger audience here. For those who have not subscribed to my channel, I would highly recommend. I cover a lot on immigration to Canada, so this would be a great help to all of you. If you have any questions, you can always get back to me. And yeah, thank you so very much for watching my video. Have a good day. Bye.